here, we're back with another chapter of Expect the Unexpected by Vulpix. In the last chapter, we had a bit of hostile situation with the toys and the originals, and a cute little moment between Ruby and Bonnie. So, basically, short chapter, and I think this chapter is also going to be short as well. So, if you want to follow along, chapter link will be in the description below as always. Now let's get started. Chapter 42. Talk. Hedy. Hedy was furious. Everyone could tell, but she wasn't yelling at them, which meant that she was really furious. Teddy had calmed down pretty quickly afterwards the fight, and was now sitting in a chair, constantly glancing at the mechanic nervously. Chica was sulking, but she was glancing at Hedy often too. Toby, on the other hand, was still complaining about what had happened. Hedy finally reached her limit. "What is wrong with you?" she asked them all coldly. They flinched at the tone, and Toby stopped to look at her. "Why would you do that?" "Chi, you acted like a spoiled teenager in there. Teddy, I expected better from you at least. Toby, do you even understand what empathy is?" He wanted to argue with her, but she cut him off. "Why do you enjoy hurting others so much?" She glared at him. Out of them all, she was angriest with him. He reeled back in shock. I don't know the full story, but bringing up something that was so obviously painful for him and mocking him about it? She gripped the armrest of her wheelchair, thinking back to some cruel teasing she had endured to her before herself. That's crossing a line. I don't care if you don't get along with him. You still need to act civil. She took a deep breath. You're going to be working with them. They're not going anywhere, and while I still don't know what your problems with them are, I'm sick of this childish fighting you've been starting. You don't like them either, Toby yelled indignantly. Do I pick fights with them? Say things to hurt their feelings? Ridicule them? She snapped. No, I don't. She rubbed her forehead while they all looked away. Have you even noticed that they don't pick fights with you? She asked after a moment. They looked back at her in surprise. Sure, Ruby does. But I'm pretty sure that's her way of taking your attention off of them. Can you tell me about one incident where they started to fight unprovoked? Toby's mouth opened to say something before closing as he frowned in frustration. Teddy looked down, appearing thoughtful. They shouldn't be here, Toby finally spoke up, flinching under Hedy's glare but forging on ahead. We were brought in to replace them. They're obsolete, so they shouldn't be here. He seemed to think that this was a clear-cut win in the argument. Bangle watched them all sadly, knowing what Hedy was about to say and leaving the room. The mechanic's face became carefully blank as she began to gather her tools. Well then, she turned around and headed for the door. What happens when they decide to replace you? She closed the door in their shocked faces and rolled down the hall. She entered an empty room and rested her head in her hands. They were exhausting sometimes. With this childish attitude towards everything and the stubbornness. She hated having to be harsh with them, but it was sometimes necessary. The door opened, and she looked up to see Mangle looking at her sadly. Why are you the only one who understands this? She asked, sighing. Mangle shrugged and pulled out her whiteboard. I was damaged badly, too. I understand how they feel, why the others don't. Hedy rubbed her face. I just wish they weren't so insensitive, she murmured, pulling at her tools and beckoning the fox over. Anyway, let's get those repairs, huh? Almost fixed the right arm completely. Mangle settled by her, and silence fell over the room except for the sound of the tools. And that's the end of chapter 42. Like I said, short chapter, but yeah. They're very, I was about to say sweet, but it was basically, but I think that was just the ending bit with the Mangle and Hedy. I like their relationship. They're sweet. Mangle's sweet. but like I think the toys really did have that come in to them. But yeah. So yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Quite short, sorry, but it is what it is. So if you like this chapter, leave a like. Go leave a review. I don't want any comments unless you leave a review, which you don't need an account for. So go on, go. We're done here. So yeah. And I'll see you guys. Oh, and be sure to subscribe. I upload videos Fridays and Saturdays, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the next chapter of a new discovery. Anyway,